Alright, ladies and gents, hello! This will be the last 30 minutes of MSQ today, and then we're going to do the ninja quest for level 50 and be done. So, let's go into the Rising Stones, now that we have completed her requirements of defeating Garuda, Ifrit, and Titan again. Our Paladin was a little too slow in getting Hallowed Ground up on that first one. We probably would have won if he did. Good intentions. I'm most eager to address the Asian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems, however, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Miro, in particular, is ever a steadying hand, whom I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe the pleasure? There have been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah. As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monitor, its ilk, have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with the ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be for the best if I remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Monbreda's research is proceeding as planned? So she tells me, though I'm not familiar with the details. Urianger is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problems, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Miro, while we focus on that task, mayhap you should assist Alphinaud and his braves with theirs? It would do so much to restore the faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Alright. Thinking about it now, when fighting Titan there, I probably should have used Thrill of Battle. That might have given us that 1% we needed. I know it doesn't do damage, but it let me stay alive to do that 1%. Pleasure as always, Mio. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it? Actually, I had another task in mind for her. If you'd be so kind to repeat your report on her benefit? Right then. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the weapons that found their way into the refugee hands a way back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A rather large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near Highbridge. I doubt that this man would have secured such quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant that what caught an arrow while talking to Miro, don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which isn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy? Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as its clients. What say you, Miro? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. Alright, so since we're going to Highbridge, you know what that means, don't you, 10 Gauge? That's right. We're going to Camp Drybone. You got it. Here we are. And this area over here with the windmill, that is Camp Drybone. Someone's about to get dryboned at camp. Oh, Miro, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer. It would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levier needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever been need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure the clients do not escape. With me, Miro. Okay. Look at that burning wall. Alright, here we go. Here's Ilberd. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past to catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Okay, yeah, we'll go in and fight everyone, I guess. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool, you should never have come here. I'm actually a little surprised. And a little upset that these guys don't actually recognize me upon seeing me. There he goes. Black market bodyguard has no idea what's in store for him. Got him. Oh, there's yet another. He couldn't even survive 3 berserk. We did it, team. I don't understand. What's this all about? Ah! As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out, but before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levier will be most disappointed. Damn it all! A golden opportunity wasted! As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of Duskblade sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades? Alas, we're here to aid them, they're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated massive shipments, and this is anything but. I will join the first in the hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the Third's Yu Yu Hase. He will take care of the rest. Well, that's certainly interesting. To Ul'dah, then, I guess. Stretch. Stretch. Yu Yu Hakusho. No, not Yu Yu Hakusho in this case. But Yu Yu Hase. I think we should go to the Weavers Guild. That might be the closest one. I don't actually know which one's closest here. It is at least fairly nearby. So he's either upstairs or just over here. There he is. Eliane, Wilred. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for assistance in Korth Karthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? A wooden box filled with contraband. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilberd, you say? Understood. Once you catalog the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riel stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood, clearly. Riel is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'dah merchants. Whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are, we should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the cerulean processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Well, fight well, Eliane, for the Crystal Braves, or for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will heal of your contribution. Until we meet again. Miro, a word if it please you. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Riol, what's up, dude? It's not like him to request us to have a word with him. Off we go. There it is. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and Captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwights they were chasing. Latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself? Not before the fighting started and not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've got a lot on my mind these days. I appreciate you lending me your ear. Right then, best get back to it. Just what are you saying, Riol? Miro, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. Well, looks like we don't get to find out exactly what was bugging Riol. Because we are urgently required back at the Rising Stones. Yet again. Okay. Hey, it's Omega D. I'm gonna fucking fart. Thank you for coming so quickly, Miro. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. Our guest is with the antecedent and solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? So who is our guest? Oh. It's Lucia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgardormr himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgardormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgardormr. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Hey, my shoulder pads are amazing. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Arianja stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrias, former flagship of the Imperial Fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step of his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius von Belsier attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea that day. Midgardormr, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrias. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet the victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from realms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with St. Amaric's wishes, our domain allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own task. There is much to be done, and precious little time to do it. Oh, you guys let Vector's favorite Pokemon get away. And you took on Baldur. And lost. Okay. So, let's head out. Alright, where's our Doman ally? We got fog over in this area as well. And we haven't, like I said, we haven't explored too much of this area. There's a lot to look at, including that giant crystal light over there. But more important than that right now is that over in the distance, which I can't even see at all right now, so I can't really show it off. But it's over there. You'll see. Which will probably clear up in the cutscene, I would imagine. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant's Hold about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Kashmir Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut off for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then? The Ishgardians honestly fear the worm might rise again? Well, from here it seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans, who won't take lightly to your presence. Ah, see, it's fading in. There you go. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrias, then climb to the top. That's the only way to, only viable approach, I'd say. It's actually a neat effect having it, like, fade in like this. The Keeper of Lake, now accessible. So the Keeper of Lake's the last thing we're going to do on stream for the main story. And then we'll do it. Okay, so first, 15 years ago, in the skies above Silvertear Falls, the invading forces of the 14th Legion were set upon by a host of dragons. Leading the charge was Midgardormr, legendary king of kings, who engaged in the Garlean's flagship, the Agrius, in battle. In the end, both Midgardormr and his foe fell to the earth, and their tangled remnants stand in memorial to that day. A ruined airship and the charred corpse of the Worm Lord, who brought it low, forever devoid of life. We can do this one as duty support, so we don't have to wait on a crew for it. Let us go. Alright. That's right, this big ol' airship husk and dragon corpse. Curious how the crystal is growing around the debris. We get to fight harness snippers and codpiece clippers. Round two is time for some single power. Holy shit, they're just wrecked out there. Crab cakes? Would you eat a crab known as a codpiece clipper? So they bar you from going too far by making it so that like this debris here isn't down until you defeat that group of enemies. Now, I'm not going to pull multiple enemies because the AI is not really programmed to fight all those enemies at once. So they kind of flounder. You don't mean to use that ability. That's fine. It's the son of the keeper. Oh, they already noticed the phone. Bogart's Armele of Casting. Or Bogators. Not Bogarts. A lake jiggle's getting wrecked. Gonna go out to the Nanka or the Pupil? Looks like they're going out to the Pupil. Eat it. So watch this wall over here once I kill this. And it's gonna fall. Look at that. No, a job! All nicks. Probably should have stunned that. Okay, and here's our first boss, the Einhander. Is that a bird? It only has one leg. I fear we've more to worry about than that. see. Interesting. I think we want to go over here. And now we're gonna want to go over here. Okay, so they changed this fight. I thought they might have. This tank buster. Okay, interesting. And we just stay right here. There's no reason to leave. The general premise is the same, but there's some key differences to it. Yeah, we were fighting some crabs at the start. I did not ask how they know. I did not ask how they learned to use explosives like that. I got a varlet thing. What is that? I am level 100 ring. Honestly, it's better when I'm Oh look, Garleans! And now we get to listen to sirens. Which fortunately, I think I don't have to listen to them or they didn't add them in. I think they're considered ambient sounds, so I think we got spared. Why is it taking you guys so long to kill these? Normally they obliterate them. Oh, that's like everyone has their own. Alright, and now we gotta get the Imperial Identification Key. I'm really excited to see how they change the last boss. I've not done this since the change, as you can tell. So I'm really curious. No need for the earrings. We got a 6 cohort Colossus here. We just decided to stand there for whatever reason, doing fuck all. You can't stun him. Idiot. I like the way Miro looks when she runs with her weapon drawn. I should probably kill the Black Mage first. Just saying. He just cast Flare on them. What the fuck? Missed, but he tried it. If they kill that, well, I get those. Well, that was actually really easy. Okay. You do enjoy crab? You missed the fresh crab you used to get in Alaska? I had crab once. It was snow crab, and I'm fairly certain it was bad. Bad and like it had spoiled. You guys are just gonna... That Lancer just keeps standing and shit this time. What's wrong? Are you okay, bud? Do we need to sit you down and have a chat? So normally the sirens would be blaring right now, but they either removed them or, yeah, they're considered ambient sound, and I got that turned off because it was causing audio distortions for some reason. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't good. Crab's been reasonably priced around you? I'm beginning to grow tired of being struck from the sky. Alright, so this guy was one of the most annoying fights in the game. Like, I'm pretty certain everyone I know fucking hated this fight. I gotta do that. Oh shit, that's right. That continues to cast. I forgot about that. Then he does that. Oh, now they just disappear. Okay, interesting. So, back in the day, he'd target someone and then go across the arena. And then from there, he would actually... leave the fire puddles on the ground. Like, they would actually stay there. And then, so you'd have to, like, try to figure out how to get them to move without wasting too much of the space of the arena. So when you get targeted with vertical, you want to like go to the edge of the room and like hope he doesn't go right to the middle like he keeps doing here. And then they would just stay there, like. Oh, interesting. $4.99 a pound? You have a theory that most people who say they don't like seafood, they just had a bad experience it. So it's unlike chicken or beef, it's really to have bad. I mean, that's entirely possible. I'm willing to try it again, of course. Like I said, I'm fairly convinced that the stuff that I had was just not good. Okay, so these just aren't as good as what I had, but... Okay, so this area is really interesting in that first, you can see the crystal tower over there, which is very cool. But second, if you position these enemies right, they can take damage from these fire bursts, or at least they used to. Fortunately, they keep targeting the goddamn thaumaturge, but I can't actually show you or find out if they take damage. There you go. Oh, they do. Good. Alright, there you go. They purposely get them hit by it because extra DPS, right? Have them do your work for you. Anyway, see that there? That's the crystal tower. It's very, very cool that you can see it from the dungeon. Wow, another aerial assault? No time for grumbling. Focus! Are we almost there? I feel my legs are about to give way soon. Sounds to me like you need a tougher training regimen. unfortunately. There's no point in trying to get him hit because he'll die before it even matters. Okay, so we got some dragonflies and some loyal wyverns. Okay, now the way up here is going to get shot open by this dude. Okay, and here's the final boss. Like I said, I'm eager to see how the final boss has changed, because this was a very weird fight.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet? Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Alright then. So yeah, okay, so in presentation he looks the exact same as he did, so that's good. But I'm curious as to what changes, because there's no... Okay, so before there used to be 2 dragon corpses in the area, and he would revive them and you'd have to fight them and do various different mechanics with those. But come then, thou shalt be weighed in the balance. Acknowledgement. Okay, that's the same. Phantom Kin. Okay, these are what I remember, but different. Well, they're gonna fly across. Hang on. I see what they're gonna do. You're gonna want to go back here because they're gonna fly across the front and then just in front of them. See? Okay, this is quite a bit different than it used to be. It was way more hectic back then. This is a little more controlled. Okay, this time I'm gonna want to be right up against him, but I can't because he's doing this. So we gotta be in the back. I love the music though. How bold thy defiance, yet your fear, the full of fear is thy heart. So these guys are gonna use the abilities that, nope, they're gonna fall over. They're the weak as shit. Alright. Anima Diversion. So thou art gifted. Oh, they're not gonna have us. Interesting, okay. There's a big change here that I want to talk about. He would summon an ad and you'd have to kill the ad. Oh, he uses Aquorn now, okay. He'd summon an ad and you'd have to kill that ad. And if you didn't, it would actually be carrying a generator, and you just die. Because the generator created a shield that you'd have to stand under. Antipathy. does have a tank buster. It's called Condescension. He's lying. He doesn't live in the Chicago suburbs. He lives in Vietnam. Phantom Kin again. He really likes this ability. I guess I had to figure out how to get dive bombs into this fight. Rocket over. We got Pickering's Jacket of Scouting. Ooh. That's a ninja outfit. Alright.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee. Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
You may summon Midgardormr by selecting the corresponding entry within your minion guide and character in the main menu. Alright, so I want to point out to you guys that Midgardormr, he's a bit of a dick. He just took Heidelin's blessing from us. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste any time talking with me. Alphinaud left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Okay, so we aren't going to be turning that in. We will be doing that on Monday. However, we are going to stop the recording once we get back to town, and we are gonna finish the ninja quest before we're done for today. You wouldn't mind the trip, but you're from Alaska, where to get anywhere you drive hours. We recognize it isn't like that here. See, I'm not from Alaska, but I am from a very small town of like 1,000 people in in Ontario. And you didn't necessarily have to drive hours to get anywhere, but you did have to drive a fair distance to get to anything that was worthwhile. Alright, YouTube, thank you for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed the MSQ for today. We're going to swap over to a side adventure, and that'll be it for stream.